Up his unbeaten record. There he is. He's going in. Let's join our commentator, Tony O'Hare.
Followed up by Morsti in the yellow colours, the Italian Derby winner. Goes in under Philip Robinson. Pugin in the spots, and Niall McCullough, the last to be loaded. All the bombers are Irish Derby, and away they go. Pugin begins well on the inside, with Mr. Combustible going with them, and they're followed in third place by Ice Dancer. As they go a good pace through the first furlong, Pugin, the leader for Mr. Combustible, is in second, followed by Ice Dancer, Morsti in 4. March King is next, and they're followed on the inside by Galileo. Behind Galileo comes Cashel Bay. As they head up to complete the first quarter mile, and Pugin makes it by a length for Mr. Combustible. In third place is Ice Dancer, then the yellow colours of Morsti, Galileo, tucked away on the inside in fifth, ahead of March King and Cashel Bay, and behind these is Pebble Island. They're followed by Exaltation and then Vinnie Rowe. Golden last but one, and bringing up the rear is Dr. Brender. Running on towards the mile pole now. Pugin continues to lead, followed in second by Mr. Combustible. They're followed in third place by Ice Dancer, Galileo, the dark blue colours. McCann showing fourth, just ahead of Morsti. March King is next, followed by Cashel Bay. Exaltation is next on the inside of Pebble Island. Vinnie Rowe towards the back with Golan in 11th place, and 12th and last is Dr. Brender as they start the uphill run towards the halfway stage in the Irish Derby, and Pugin making it by almost 2 lengths to Mr. Combustible in second. In third place is Ice Dancer, and behind Ice Dancer comes Galileo. Morsti is next, followed by March King on the outside. Vinnie Rowe makes a bit of headway behind these on the outside of Exaltation. Golan is beginning to improve too. They're up at the top of the hill. Pugin from Mr. Combustible, Ice Dancer. Galileo well placed on the rails. Cashel Bay, the 500 to 1 chance on the outside of Morsti and March King. Golan getting a bit closer. They're running down now towards the home turn. Pugin being pushed along now by Niall McCullough. Ice Dancer on the outside of Mr. Combustible. Galileo still travelling sweetly just behind them. The crowd beginning to rev up now as they swing for home with just 3 furlongs to race. Pugin from Mr. Combustible. Galileo, the dark blue colours, still going easily. In 4th place is Ice Dancer. Exaltation. Golan is well back in the field. They're racing now into the last 2 furlongs, and here he comes. Galileo strikes for home. Pugin, Morsti in third. Mr. Combustible, Vinnie Rowe, Ice Dancer, Exaltation, but Galileo opens up to the furlong pole. It's Galileo, 4-5 lengths clear. In second is Morsti. In third place is Pugin, and as they race up to the line, McCann is going to win his first Irish Derby. Galileo completes the big Derby double. This is as good as it gets. Galileo wins it impressively. Second is Morsti. Golan late for third, just ahead of Pugin, then Exaltation, Mr. Combustible, Vinnie Rowe, followed in by Ice Dancer, Pebble Island, Dr. Brender, Cashel Bay, and finally March King. So Galileo, the 11 to 4 on favourite, becomes the 14th horse to complete the Epsom Curragh Derby double, and McCann at the 18th attempt has won Ireland's biggest flat racing prize. Hugely impressive at Epsom, hugely impressive today. A really top-class colt, and once he hit the front 2 furlongs out, the show was over.
Surely was. This horse, Jim, you were saying, he was cruising.
Yeah, you don't often see a horse with an action like this. Just look at him there. He flows. He just changes his leg. He changes lead once or twice here. Look at his shoulder. It really stretches from the shoulder. And now he's got them all. The moment he moved ahead, he got it won. And, you know, that's what the sign of a good horse. A race is over in strides.
What was the word you used when you were watching it?
Majestic. I mean, he is a brilliant horse. A really brilliant horse. I mean, I've been lucky enough to work in racing for 21, 22 years. And it's very easy to get carried away. But that is a hell of a horse. I hope he stays sound. I want to see him again and again.
Second horse is Morsti, who's ran an absolute cracker, and Golan, who was pushed wide, didn't have the run of the race, stayed on to be third.
Well, I think, I mean, maybe it's early days to jump to conclusions, but Golan's from a slightly tricky family.